Tonight on Ctv3 News, BSAFA membership blocked the Philip Golson Highway in sight of no agreement reached with BSI ASR. We'll tell you about their demands. 26-year-old Corozaleño slams into BL lamppost. He dies on impact. And the store is robbed in Corozal. The assailants walk away with some $3,000 in cash. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024.
Are you out of cash and need some extra money quick? Then worry no more. At Monica's Quick Cash, you can pawn your vehicle for fast money and still drive away freely. We're also the best place to pawn your TVs or gold jewelry and sell your scrap gold. Monica's Quick Cash. Number 128, Cemetery Road, Belize City. Number 14, Constitution Drive, Belmopan, across from the Belize Bank. And number 2, Belize Corozal Road, Orange Walk Town. Pawn and drive, cash for gold. Fast money with Monica's Quick Cash. Give us a call today at telephone 207-0970.
¿Cómo ganar $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Instale o actualice la aplicación de Transmisión Express Plus. ¿Cómo ganar otros $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Actualice el saldo de su cuenta a diciembre. Actualice sus datos personales para obtener su boleto electrónico. El sorteo será el 5 de enero del 2024 en el programa Despierta Belice. La gerencia y personal de Centar le desea a clientes y amigos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
Sign up for Smart Share Plan and save big. Whether you're a small entrepreneur starting up your business, a student on a limited budget, or a family trying to save, this is the plan for you. With unlimited SMS, calls, and data, we help you save. Get up to 5 lines for as low as $30 per line monthly, only with Smart. Sign up today at any Smart showroom or sales manager countrywide. So get your business going, share more memories with friends, and be ready for the day with Smart.
some moments are worth the journey. We'll help get the most out of every mile. Chase down your passion. Never halfway. Hankook Tire.
Good evening with your news, also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. The Philip Golson Highway near Buena Vista Village was blocked for several hours this afternoon following protest action by the farmers from the Belize Cane Farmer Association. The action to block the highway came as members of the BSCFA met in an emergency general meeting to update their membership on the ongoing negotiations with BSI ASR. In an impromptu move by some members of the association, the road was blocked as Minister of Agriculture Honorable Jose Mai engaged in dialogue with Prime Minister John Briceño, who is currently out of the country. The association presented two options to the government, which they believe would help allay the standoff between the association and the millers. Late this evening, Minister Jose Mai gave an update on discussion between government and BSI ASR.
They passed two resolutions on the floor, I think. One was that the government plays a role to convince ASR BSI to close the gates of the mill so that until this problem is resolved. And the second option was to ask BSI to roll over the expired contract for 1 more year, since ASR BSI has offered BSCFA farmers to deliver cane under the same condition as last year, but to do so individually. So they said, since BSI has made that offer to BSCFA farmers, why not just formalize it and do it BSCFA, right? The farmers contend that it is clearly an attempt to try to weaken the association, disintegrate, and the association probably break up. So they are saying, since they have offered that to the cane farmers, our cane farmers, then just ask them to roll over the exact contract as last year. So I wrote to the Prime Minister and I wrote to Acting Prime Minister Corel Hyde, and I said these are the two resolutions, and if we could ask BSI to accept them. To me, I think the lowest hanging fruit is the second option, right? So I told the Prime Minister, this is what I believe.
The parties met last week in marathon meetings for several days. How realistic is it to expect that something will give no after all of that failed?
There's a report that's been circulated by my ministry explains where we were and where we ended the negotiations, right? Essentially, we were stuck with two additional costs that BSI wants to put on the new agreement. The farmer said, listen, if you remove that, then we can roll. The BSI wanted 4 years. The farmer said, okay, we'll satisfy with 2 and 1 roll over 1 year. The farmer removed it and from the agreement because BSI said no, that cannot be there. They removed it. The farmers, so I think the farmers have conceded a lot. And all we're asking now is, okay, if you extend the fair trade term to 2 years, we can remove the cost, right? BSI said no, we will not give you 2 years, and it will not remove the two additional costs, with the throughput costs and the terminal fees. The farmers are saying, well, we have given enough. We expected BSI to commit to something that has not been done. And so we are here where we are.
While the move to block the highway was not planned, Chairman of BACFA Orange Walk Branch, Fred Ortega, says it was as a result of frustration from the farmers who simply want to deliver their cane.
The farmers are really fed up of the situation that only days pass, days comes, days pass, days comes, and there is no result on our move. We, the BACFA, have been pushed to make certain changes on our agreement with BSI, and at the end of the day, they always reject what we bring in table. So this has brought us to this situation now, and this is where we are now, awaiting for a response.
Are the members and the leadership of the BACFA torn in this situation? Because I've heard some of the leaders calling on the members to, free up the highway to move the blockade.
Well, the issue is that some of the leaders were caught up, as myself, behind the scene, that we didn't know that this movement would happen so fast. So at the same time, we understand the situation with the farmers, and that's why we have been calling the attention, because as you know, we have ministers here and we have the police around, and well, we have to be very respectful to what we are doing, but nevertheless we understand the cry of the farmers, and we are there to support, because at the end of the day, they are our leaders, they are our bosses, and we have to work within what they bring to us, so that we have to respond on their behalf.
How realistic is it to, ask for a resolution today, to have that the government, intervene in terms of reaching an agreement when it hasn't been reached as yet, like you mentioned?
Well, I think a positive response from the Minister. The Minister of Agriculture is here, and he is seeing what is going on. He listened to the cries of the farmers this morning, so he is well aware on what the cry of the farmers is. So we know that maybe today there might not be a position to reach in something positive, but there can be a compromise that maybe as of tomorrow things can happen, because the farmers want to deliver their cane, but nevertheless we cannot do it in the fashion that BSI wants our farmers to deliver.
While the actions of the BACFA may be deemed as inconvenience in the moment, its leadership maintained that the sacrifices of the BACFA will result in benefit for the entire industry.
Yes, we have blocked the road, but it has been very peacefully. No one has been hurt, so we don't want anybody to come and hurt our farmers, because if that happens, then things will turn very nasty, and we don't want that to happen.
Though it is peaceful, sir. Commuters are inconvenienced, are stuck out here.
Well, like in anything, if you want to buy tortillas, you take the line. If you want to go to the bathroom, you take the line. If you want to go to the grocery shop and pay, you take the line. So they take the line. ASR has been taking advantage of our farmers, and we want the Belizean public, because there are many Belizeans that when I see in Facebook how they answer some of their questions in Facebook, throwing some nasty words to the cane farmers, really because they are very ignorant to what is going on with us farmers. So we want them to clearly understand that this is not something that we want to do because we want to be bad boys. We are doing this because this is our bread and butter. This is taking our family really to the desert, and we don't want that to happen. We live in Belize, we grow in Belize, and everybody say Belize is a paradise, but for us it hasn't been a paradise. We have been since before Christmas, we have been there spending our times, not being with our families, just for this industry to succeed, because as you have seen, There was many cry that sugar is needed, sugar is needed, sugar is needed. And that is why we are here, that we want our farmers to really benefit out of the sacrifices that they do to grow that cane, to take that cane to the mill so that sugar can be available not only for us but also for the world.
Just before news time, a compromise was reached to unblock the highway after more than 3 hours to allow the free passage of traffic. Negotiations, we understand, continue at this time, and an update is expected sometime tomorrow morning. Today, as the membership of the BSCFA met at the 30 office, representatives of the PUP Northern Caucus made a united appearance to pledge their support to cane farmers. Their official stance came following a meeting this morning where an official resolution was passed to support the plight of the BSCFA. The resolution highlights 5 main points, including, first, its support for the expeditious appointment and activation of the Commission of Inquiry. 2, demands that BSI-ASR receives no further tax concessions and or exemptions and fuel subsidies from the government and people of Belize. 3, the Northern Caucus does not support the inclusion of 2 additional fees to the farmers and strongly denounces that BSI-ASR offers individual farmers a 1-year open contract agreement. And lastly, urges both parties to reach a mutually beneficial agreement as quickly as possible. Chairman-person of the PUP Northern Caucus, Thea Garcia Ramirez, expanded more on its decision.
Gives our support as a bloc, and we are 9 areas, 9 constituencies, so 4 from Corozal, 4 from Orange Walk, and Belize Rural South, and they have unanimously decided and voted in support of the association. So we're here to demonstrate that support with them and to say that we are with them hasta el final. We're hoping for a quick resolution. And today, I think just now the BSCFA has asked that the current agreement, commercial agreement, continue until such time as the resolution actually happens, until the situation is resolved.
On Saturday, December 38th, a 26-year-old Corozal resident lost his life in a road traffic accident. The incident happened in the Port Saul area of Corozal town along this newly paved road. According to residents in the area, Samuel Gilhari was traveling from south to north along this curve when he suddenly lost control of his motorcycle. This is when he slammed front onto this BL lamppost. The dent on the post shows the exact place of impact. Gilhari was flung to the side of the paved road and died on impact. Today we visited the family and spoke to his grieving father.
I got a phone call, and after that I came immediately, and when I realized, yes, it was my youngest son, my Samuel Gilhari, and better known as Sam, or they have a lot of different street names that they know him as, and well, yeah, that's about it right there.
He died on impact?
Very much that the report that I got from the corporal that is on the case, he told me, he drew me a little diagram and showed me that, well, this is how the accident happened, and yeah, your son, at the scene, he lost his life. Well, so far we still await the results and the autopsy, and yeah, we're still waiting, but well, I can't give a definite answer on that as yet.
Samuel Gilhari was employed at a gas station and was known for his mannerly and helpful ways, says his father.
As his dad, I'm just trying to lay him to rest and just conclude this and try to as best as my ability as his dad, try to lay him to rest, and let's move on from here and keep it as a family. You know, it's a lot of hurt. It's not nice, but it really taken a toll in a whole lot of different ways, because we all are hurt. It's a loved one, and it's not like, we're gonna see him again, and I really gonna miss him. We had a lot of ups and downs, but deep down in my heart, it's my son. Love him a whole lot. I'm gonna miss him.
And if you can tell us a little bit about who Sam was as a person.
Sam was a very active youth. He was athletic. He's a very humble, nice person, and he's very, what I should say, supportive very much. He was supporting himself to the last minute. He was always supporting himself. He's a very responsible person, and that's what I really admire about this kid because, yes, we had a whole lot in the past, but the end of the day, yeah, he was a very responsible person. Very, 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 very lovable, nice person. Very athletic. He was involved in a lot of international, likewise national basketball game. That was his sport. That was he loved that a lot.
And you said he was working with your cousin?
Yeah, very much. He was at the Shell gas station in the zone, working with my first cousin, Cortisano. He's the owner, the manager of the gas station. And he was there working with him for many years. He was and that's what my cousin told me. He says, man, I'm going to miss Sam because he was a very responsible person. I didn't have to worry about if Sam is coming to work. Sam always is there, and he's a very lovable. A whole lot of people that I met afterwards said, man, we're going to miss this dude because he served us. He was always there for whatever he could do for you. Always he's there to give a helping hand. And we're going to miss him, definitely.
Sam Gilhari's body is still awaiting a post-mortem examination. Tonight, there is another fatal accident to report on. Aldair Celis was killed in a traffic accident after he collided head-on into a BEL lamppost in Buena Vista on December 10, 2023. Along with him were 4 other passengers who suffered various degrees of injuries. However, a post-mortem examination was not performed until December 21, 2023, on the body of Aldair Celis. The forensic pathologist confirmed the cause of his death to be traumatic brain injury due to blunt head trauma as a result of a road traffic accident. When police responded to the scene of the accident, they saw a green in color F-150 pickup truck bearing Orange Walk license plate. The vehicle was facing a west direction and had sustained damages to the entire cab portion, while the pan of the truck and the windshield were shattered and all tires of the vehicle were destroyed. At the time of the accident, the vehicle was driven by Aldair Celis, a 28-year-old Belizean of San Lazaro Street, Orange Walk Town. Celis lost control of the wheel and rammed into a BEL lamppost, breaking it in two. 18-year-old Jamil Celis, Marlon Blanco, 29, and Ronald Mendoza, 25, were also with Celis when the accident occurred. Aldair Celis sustained abrasions to the left upper arm, while Jamil Celis received scrapes to his back, bruises to his right knee, and complainable pain to his entire body. All 3 were taken to the Northern Regional Hospital to receive medical assistance. On the other hand, Marlon Blanco suffered a cut to his left wrist and middle finger, scrapes to both his feet, and complainable pain to his back, while Ronald Mendoza received a cut to the right side of his head and a cut to his right ankle. Mendoza also complained of severe pain to his entire body. Both Blanco and Mendoza were transported to the Corozal Community Hospital for treatment. Coming up next, armed robbery in Corozal. The culprits target Rainbow Town Supermarket. Stay tuned.
Are you out of cash and need some extra money quick? Then worry no more. At Monica's Quick Cash, you can pawn your vehicle for fast money and still drive away freely. We're also the best place to pawn your TVs or gold jewelry and sell your scrap gold. Monica's Quick Cash. number 128 Cemetery Road, Belize City, number 14 Constitution Drive, Belmopan, across from the Belize Bank, and number 2 Belize Corozal Road, Orange Walk Town. Pawn and Drive, cash for gold. Fast money with Monica's Quick Cash. Give us a call today at telephone 207-0970.
¿Cómo ganar $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Instale o actualice la aplicación de transmisión Express Plus. ¿Cómo ganar otros $1,000 en efectivo por sucursal? Actualice el saldo de su cuenta a diciembre. Actualice sus datos personales para obtener su boleto electrónico. El sorteo será el 5 de enero del 2024 en el programa Despierta Belice. La gerencia y personal de Centar le desea a clientes y amigos una feliz Navidad y un próspero año nuevo.
An armed robbery was reported on Friday to the Corozal police. According to information available, the incident happened around 8 p.m. on Friday, December 29, 2023. Police were alerted about the robbery in progress at Rainbow Town Supermarket located on 5th Street North in Corozal Town. When police arrived at the store, they spoke to Mayona Lu, owner of the supermarket. Lou says she was in front of the counter looking towards the entrance of the store when a slim male person dressed in full black clothing, wearing a jacket with a hoodie over his head and a white mask to conceal his face, stormed into the store brandishing a firearm. Lou says the assailant pointed a gun at her and grabbed her by the hair. Fearing for life, she sat on the floor. The robber then made his way behind the counter, and that is when a second male assailant entered the store wearing a blue jacket, long jeans pants, face mask, and a hoodie. The second assailant, according to the shop owner, was not armed. Fast police response resulted in the apprehension of two men who dashed out of the store with $3,000 in Belizean currency towards 6th Street North on separate bicycles. Senior Superintendent of Police Alberto Romero spoke on the matter earlier today.
Friday, the 20th day of December, there was an armed robbery at Rainbow Town Supermarket in Corozal. Two male persons came to the establishment armed with firearms. They held up the proprietor and stole an amount of cash. Thereafter, both persons fled from the area. We have several persons detained in regards to this robbery, and investigation continues.
Corozal police officers are reviewing various surveillance footage from the area, and the matter is carefully being investigated. The long weekend did witness its share of incidents here in the north. In Corozal, a man tried to break into the well-known Archangel Medical Center on December 31st, 2023. Ctv3 News has been made to understand that the perpetrator was taken into police custody after making two attempts at breaking into the private facility located in the Venezuelan side of town around midnight on said date. While he was expelled from the property the first time, it was not enough, and the aggressive man returned a second time. This is when the security on duty confronted him again, subduing him and later on handing him over to Corozal police, who took him into custody. The first baby of 2024 born at the Northern Regional Hospital weighed 7 pounds, 1 ounce. He was born to Veronica Munoz at 6:18 p.m. At the Carl Kuster Memorial Hospital, KHMH, in Belize City, the firstborn was a boy. Baby Contreras was born at 1:41 a.m. on January 1st to Sauri Robles and Pablo Contreras. Both are first-time parents from Ladyville. Robles was due on the 30th of December. She started having contractions New Year's Eve and went into labor and delivery where she was admitted. The Contreras baby weighed 7 pounds and 1 ounce. The second baby of 2024, born at the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital, KHMH, in Belize City, was a girl born at 9:38 a.m. on January 1st to Darly Seguro. Mom, Darly Seguro, was scheduled for a C-section on the 31st, but her delivery was delayed. The third baby of 2024, born at the Carl Houston Memorial Hospital, KHMH, in Belize City, was a girl. The hospital reported the baby girl was born at 11 a.m. on January 1st to Roshana Andruin and Shuane Nunes. Both are first-time parents. Andruin arrived at the hospital with labor pains and had a successful C-section delivery. The Belize Council of Churches and the Nation of Belize are in mourning following the announcement of the passing of Bishop Lawrence Nicasio. A respected figure in the religious community, Bishop Nicasio's contributions were deeply rooted in his wise and humble leadership, leaving a lasting impact on the council and those he served. In a heartfelt statement, the council referenced Wisdom 3:1, underscoring their belief in the eternal peace and glory for the righteous. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of God, and no torment will ever touch them. The scripture reads, echoing the council's sentiment on Bishop Nicasio's journey. As a significant member of the Belize Council of Churches, Bishop Nicasio played a crucial role in its operations and spiritual guidance. His dedication and service to the community were evident in his approach to leadership, marked by wisdom and humility. The council and the nation remember him not only as a colleague, but also as a dear friend and fellow servant in their spiritual journey. In their statement, the executive and members of the council extended their deepest condolences to Bishop Nicasio's family and the wider Roman Catholic family in Belize and beyond. They pray for God's spirit of comfort and strength to envelop all those grieving during this challenging time. As the nation reflects on his legacy, the Belize Council of Churches encourages everyone to find solace in the belief that Bishop Nicasio's soul, along with all the faithful departed, rest in peace and rise in glory, guided by the mercy of God. The loss of Bishop Nicasio leaves a void in the religious community, but his teachings and leadership continue to inspire and guide. Prime Minister John Brisenia left the country on December 29, 2023 on personal leave in advance of a trip to Vatican City to meet with Pope Francis. Pope Francis is leader of the Roman Catholic Church, adhered to by a majority of Belizeans and millions of others worldwide. The visit comes amid the loss of Belize's Catholic Bishop Lawrence Nicasio on New Year's Day. The Prime Minister returns to Belize on January 7, 2024. During his absence, Cordell Hyde, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Natural Resources, Petroleum and Mining, will hold over as Prime Minister. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Wednesday, January 3rd, here on Ctv3 and Fiesta FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, you can visit our website at ctv3belizenews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/ctv3belizenews or our YouTube channel at ctv3newsbz. Remember to wash your hands and remain safe. From all of us here at Ctv3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.